Hey, welcome. This is the Jamaica Basketball Project. My name is Rick Turner, head coach of the Jamaica national team, national coordinator. So psyched to be back at it. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. Took about maybe a month and a half off or something like that. But the NBA is back today, and so we thought, what better day than to come back and introduce you to another fantastic Jamaican hooper. But before we do that, I want to welcome in a different fantastic Jamaican hooper who is going to co-host with me today. And here he is right here, Ricky Alleman. Ricky, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Back in the States, huh? Getting some workouts, working out. You in the LA area, I understand?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good. Finding the sunshine and getting some work in. And
yeah, it's good to be home. It's good to be back. And, well, home away from the real.
Yeah. No, I get you. What about, so did you sign a new contract? Did I see that?
Between the last time we spoke and now I did.
Tell me about it. Where are you? So same place?
I signed a new contract with a team in the same division where I played last season. And yeah, it's a project. It's a team that just moved up to the division where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a challenge. You know, this is a team that's pretty new to the division, so we're gonna we're gonna take it on and see what we can do.
Cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's awesome. Are you an NBA guy? Do you follow the NBA, or do you not really watch much of it? Or are you excited to have it back or not?
Yes, I am. I actually have it on right now in the background.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. I watched the Utah and the Pelicans played right before this. The first game back, Utah won 106-104, and it was just great to see basketball again. But
yes, that's for sure.
But hey, man, thanks for doing this. And part of the reason why I wanted to have you on is because you're so good. You've got your own YouTube channel. You enjoy it, but also you're a Calabar guy.
Yes, I am.
And so I've got another Calabar guy. I'm going to show you the most recent picture I have of him right here.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
There he is in his Utah Utes gear, and we're going to bring him on right now. Here he is, Jordan Kellier. Jordan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. How about yourself?
Repping right off the bat. You got your Utah workout jersey in. I'm sure you're just stepping off the floor and got a workout, or what's going on? What are you doing?
We just came on the floor like a few hours ago. We went weightlifting. We got up some shots and stuff.
Cool. Well, tell me about the signing with Utah, because that happened a few weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago now, and that must have been pretty exciting for you.
Yes, sir, for sure. It was a long recruitment process, knowing I wasn't eligible initially by the NCAA. I wasn't deemed a qualifier for Division I. So they were like, the NCAA told me I had to go back to junior college for one more year. Mm-hmm. And then like during the off season now, like leading up to me signing with Utah, NCAA reached out and they were like, I'm good to go and I could like leave. I don't have to go back to junior college for another year, which is a blessing, Yeah. And then from there, I just blasted it out, because initially I had schools who were recruiting me, but because my eligibility was wavering both sides, they went other directions and stuff, so I was left in the mud. So when the NCAA deemed me a qualifier now for the Division I level, it was like, all right, where I'm going to go? Because now the COVID came along and then all the offers were gone because coaches were just throwing offers out there because, the COVID came along and then they had to, So the schools who were recruiting me had no more scholarships left. So my recruitment was reopened. And then that's where more schools came in, more schools started recruiting me. And I was surprised by the schools who had reached out to me, who recruited me and stuff, even at that, how late it was in the recruitment process. So I was just fortunate and blessed enough to be in the situation I was in.
Yeah, well, you're just a young pup. And on the screen, we have an old Jamaican player. Did you guys ever cross paths? Have you guys ever played with each other or against each other somewhere along the way?
I've played against him when he came back and visit Calabar High. and I played against him and stuff, tried guarding him and stuff.
Ricky, you remember this kid when he was a few years
Yes,
younger?
I definitely remember him. I mean, he was even younger back then, so there was no chance. But now I know he probably gonna be a better friend for my money.
Yeah.
No
Well, that's
doubt,
cool.
no doubt.
That's cool. How many schools were kind of in the mix for you?
Initially, it was a lot of schools. Even after I signed with Utah, high level schools were reaching out to my coach. Even schools were asking my coach to let me stay in junior college for another year. Like West Virginia, Maryland reached out to me even after I signed with Utah because they didn't know I signed with Utah. Utah reached out, and then like low majors and stuff like Eastern Illinois, Prairie View, University of Illinois at Chicago, and some other schools. But like earlier in the year, I had a bunch of schools recruiting me because I started the season at a high. I had like Coastal Carolina, Eastern Carolina, Virginia Tech reached out to me, Jacksonville State. I had a lot of schools initially, but then the eligibility was wavering both sides, and then they just went different directions.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know a lot of people in Jamaica, as far as their college basketball exposure goes. It's a lot of East Coast basketball in Florida, and then lots of Jamaican immigrants into the East Coast. But I can speak from a West Coast standpoint. You're in a great situation, a great program in Utah, and a fantastic coach. And I just want to congratulate you because Coach Kristoviak's one of the best in the country, and I think the Pac-12 is just a great league, and to have success at that level, that will really say a lot for you.
Appreciate it, sir. As I said before, I'm blessed, and I'll forever be blessed. This is a very high level program, high level coaching staff, so I'm looking forward to working with them and looking forward to them teaching me different things and new stuff and leveling my game up another level, so I'm just looking forward to it. I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's go back a little bit, and Ricky, feel free to jump in whenever you want. I don't want to dominate the conversation here, but tell me a little bit about your basketball experience growing up in Jamaica. We talked or texted that you're a former jump ball camper, which is super cool. That makes me feel really good. But tell me, when did you start in on basketball, and when was it that you realized that it was something you wanted to really pursue?
To be honest, I started playing basketball in my backyard with my brother. He taught me how to dribble, how to shoot.
What's your brother's name? What's your brother's name?
Sean Pierre Kellier.
Oh, okay, all right. This one
right
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it. He taught me what is a travel, what is a carry and stuff. Just the basics of the game and stuff, And from there, I was at Kellier High, and then I tried out for the team and stuff. I tried out initially. I got cut and stuff, my jersey got took. A lot of stuff. It was crazy, But however, I kept working, and then that summer I grew to like 6'2", I grew to like 6'2". I had a crazy growth spurt. I grew to like 6'2", and then from there I kept working. I grew into my frame and stuff, and then it was just over, because I could have dribbled, I could have shoot, and at that height in Jamaica, you're considered a center, playing under 14, under 16 and stuff. When you're 6'2", 6'3", and you're handling the ball, you're unguardable in Jamaica, So I mean, from there, everything was just history, and then persons like Coach Ludlow Barker, Lamar Dixon, who is kid, helped me out in my game a lot. He's played a major part in my journey. Mr. Michael Williams, he's overseas here. He has a lot of kids come over and for their education and athletics. A lot of people played a huge role, my parents and stuff and my family. They all played a huge role in molding me into the young man I am today. And it's just hats off to them, and all the credit goes to them and God,
Yeah. It certainly takes a lot of people to make it happen, to get over to the States. Who was it? Was it Mr. Williams you were saying? Is that who who kind of got you over to the U.S. to start playing, or how did you get out of Kingston and was it New York? Is that where you went?
Yes, I was in Kingston and I went to New York. Mr. Michael Williams, he saw me at a Calabar practice, and wait. Appreciate it, sir. I was reading the comment, my fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Michael Williams saw me in Jamaica at one practice, and then he believed I was talented enough and I had the work ethic to further my game and level up in the United States of America. And then from there, he brought me over and sent me to Redemption Christian Academy,
What was that transition like? Because, a lot of kids that are in Jamaica playing locally, I don't think understand the level up it is, especially, and I think you played AAU as well.
Yes, sir, I did.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
That jump is difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy or it's a cakewalk or whatever. It is difficult, and then it's not for everyone. It depends on the person, who you are, the type of character you have, and what you're willing to do, to get to that next level. Coming here, I was slow. I was the number one player in Jamaica, and I came here at 16 going on to 17, and I had 13, 14-year-olds running circles around me, like scoring on me. I see them dunking, jumping out of the gym and stuff. Like, I was like shocked. I was like, yo, like I thought I was the guy back in my country, and I come here and I see this. But when I saw that, I was like, hey, I'm a work, like that's the only option I have right now. Work, and just stay focused. So
yeah,
that's just pretty much it. That's all it was, just work and just trusting your coach. That's just that they're gonna lead you in the right path, and they have your best interest at heart,
Ricky, do you remember that transition when you first showed up in the States and were exposed to the U.S. basketball and just kind of the fact that, in Jamaica there's a lot of good players, but in the U.S. there's so many more that you have to contend with, day in and day out. Do you remember that transition yourself?
Yes. As you were saying it, it just brought me back to my days when I first came to the States. Because, like you said, it was similar. Like in Jamaica, we're like the top players, we're dominating everything. And then when you come over here, it's like, boom, it's like a shock. Like you're like, oh, I got to start all over again, So that's pretty much it. But if you if you have a work ethic and you just keep going at it and, competing as best as you can, you'll be all right.
So Skid says he used to shoot in the rain, huh?
Oh yeah, I used to shoot in the rain. Guys would laugh at me.
If you're in Jamaica, you better shoot in the rain because it's raining a little bit too. Everything's outside.
Doing that myself.
Yeah. Skid was, in fact, I don't know if you saw it, Jordan, but the last episode we did of this was with Coach Skid. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out on our YouTube channel, episode 25, he's the best. He's great. So
no doubt, for sure, sir.
So then you ended up at Williston State, which is a junior college, which I hadn't really heard of. I was going to say in North Dakota, which I have been to. North Dakota is a cool place. It's a beautiful country. It's a little change of pace from what you're used to. Tell me about that experience a little bit.
It was chaotic, because many people told me not to go there. Because I had a lot of JUCOs I could have went to in Florida, Texas, Kansas, and stuff in high-level conferences. But I believe that Williston State was just the right fit for me. The coach there, Coach Riley Hernandez, he's one of the, no knock to any coaches that I've been through, but he's one of the best coaches I've ever came across in my whole life. And I've been him for only like 1 year. Like, that guy is flat out real, And I realized that the first day I met him when I went on a visit there, and I look around, and then I realized like I had everything I needed to get better, but there wasn't any distractions, And then I'm coming to junior college for a year or two. That's what I needed. If I had went to Florida, I had a bunch of distractions, females. I could have go here, bars and clubs here. I could have been all over the place, But in Williston, I had no other choice but to go to class and then go to gym, sleep, So I believe that it was just the right fit for me. I knew I was going to play a lot there, and I was going to get better there, and I was going to be around coaches and players who love me, for who I am and not what I could do for them on the court, So just a person off the court who would be there for me, take care of me, and not do it just because of what I can do for them on the basketball court.
Yeah. No, I know I don't know whether it was a tweet or an Instagram message where you talked about your coach there and how much he meant. And anytime you find yourself in that situation, it's so much of a better positive experience, because that junior college deal, it's a different thing, right? Because no one aspires to go to junior college. Everyone's there to try to move on.
It's a dog eat dog world. Junior college is not no joke. So I was scared initially going to junior college because I was like, I'm gonna be playing against grown men, guys who are my age and older, guys who are talented, and we all trying to get to the same thing, and you don't know what could happen. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like I was scared going to junior college. But I mean, I said before, I was blessed, I had the right people in my corner and I made the right decision. So that really helped a lot. And then God finished the rest,
Yeah. What was it that about what would you say? What's his name? The coach, is it Hernandez?
Riley Hernandez. Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
What was it about him that beyond the personal stuff, what was it that he introduced you to basketball with that got you better? What on the floor sort of things were you doing, or did he have the program doing to get you guys better?
Well, just being mentally tough, I mean, we run a lot, just being mentally tough and just learning how to trust your teammates and understanding that not one guy is going to get this ship sailing, but the whole team, rather. Even in practice, we'd have walk-ons who wouldn't even play 1 minute. They would be in practice and stuff, and I'm not downgrading anyone, but we have like chubby guys and stuff who couldn't make a 28-second suicide, and then we would run for the whole practice because that one kid can't make the suicide, and he's never gonna make it until we push him and say, "Oh, you could actually do it," instead of us saying, "Yo, get out of practice. You the reason why we're running and stuff," and then guys breaking off into their own sections and thinking like, "Yo, this don't make any sense" and stuff, But instead of doing that, we all came together and pushed this one kid and locked arms and say, "Hey, we're gonna get through this together." If he don't make it, we don't make it. Stuff like that. And then he also helped me with my shot, and helped me as a better person, a better man. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not perfect. Like I have a lot of flaws, which he helped me with, and he tweaked with me, tweaked for me as a person, even off the court. So he's a really good guy. He played a pivotal role, he was a pivotal point rather in my success so far in the short space of time.
Ricky, do you remember a coach that really made a huge impact that maybe changed the direction for you from a basketball standpoint?
Definitely. That would be my coach in university. Coach Pat Eastep. Going in, I was this overconfident kid. I mean, it's good to have confidence, but I was like, because at Cedarville, where I went to school, it's not a Division I school or anything. I believe that I deserve to be in the Division I, so I went in with that mentality, and he really brought me down and was like, okay, I know you feel this way about yourself, and I want you to channel that to the game, to the court in a positive way, because sometimes I would come off and have negative attitudes and stuff like that. So he definitely helped me, to be a better basketball player in terms of channeling that energy to a positive energy. And I mean, overall as a man, definitely he helped me, to become a better person and a better basketball player.
Did you have any questions you wanted to fire at Jordan?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Specifically,
First of all,
hit him.
Congrats on the new challenge at Utah. I already told you that.
Appreciate it, big bro.
Yeah, I just had one question. Have you been back to Jamaica since you left originally?
Nah, bro. I left, never went back. You know, I wanted
Yeah.
to, but I
And
couldn't.
what?
You know, I had a goal to achieve. You know, which is to get to the NBA. You know, and I don't really want to rest until I do that. But I mean, I feel like outside of basketball, you have life, you have family, and basketball isn't your life. You know, so a few months ago, I realized that, hey, like me sabotaging myself, like I could wake up tomorrow, God forbid, and one of my parents die, one of my siblings die, and I don't get to see them, you know, because I'm so locked in trying to achieve my goal. I believe that's selfish, you know. So just thinking about it, I'm saying like next chance I get, next opportunity I get to go back and see my family, I'm definitely going to take it, you know, because at the end of the day, family is all you got, you know. So it's just a conscious decision that you have to make, you know. So yeah, I've never
What
been back, bro.
what was it about Utah that got you excited? Was it one coach in
Oh,
particular, or was it the conference, the state? What was it about Utah that got you going?
not even the conference, not the name, just the way how they recruited me. The whole coaching staff, you know, reaching out to my family back in Jamaica. We all in a Zoom call. You know, in that short space of time, they called me a lot, like 10 times a day. I'm talking the whole coaching staff, you know, and I already felt that bond, you know, the questions they asked, the way how they were speaking to me showed me that that's going to be a staff who I could rely on to get me better and get me to the next level or how far I want to go, you know, and it wasn't going to be a case where, oh, I'm going to come here and they're going to just wave me to the side, you know. I knew from the jump that it wasn't going to be a case like that. Just the way how they sounded and how excited they were about me and how excited they were about meeting the people who I love and who I consider important in my life. That was a huge thing for me, you know. And Coach Larry Christori, he played at a very high level. He played at the highest level. He coached at the highest level, you know, and he's about to be a Hall of Fame coach. You know, why not play for a coach like that who could teach you all you need to know and help you where you need to get to. You know, all I need to do is just better myself right now and put the work in. There's no excuses from here on out. You know, I can't point no fingers and say, hey, I don't have this or I don't have that. Back then I could have, but right now, who's there to blame or what's there to blame? You know, I got everything I could possibly need to get to where I want to get to. So why not take this shot?
Cool. Let's talk about your game a little bit. I'm going to put some highlights. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Take that off. And we'll put that on. There we go. I'm going to make this full screen here. And so a lefty, I see that right away.
Yes, sir.
And you play the wing. I read something. I'll trust you on your research that you're just one of 4 Jamaican wing players or guards to get Division I scholarships. Is that true?
From my research and what I've seen online and who I've spoken to, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment.
Jamaican born. Jamaican born.
Yeah, right. No, I know what you're saying. You know, and that's the thing. And Ricky, you can attest to this too. I mean, when you look at kind of the guys that are getting scholarships from Jamaica to U.S. colleges and going to high schools and that, you know, it's all big guys. There's no guards, and so it's great to have some guys with some skill from the outside that are able to play at a high level.
Yes, definitely. You know, like coming out of Jamaica, we have a lot of big and athletic people, but and you know, like in the States, you can find, you know, guards and wing players dime a dozen. You know, so if a Jamaican is going to get an opportunity to come overseas, come over to the States, he'd have to be like exceptional. So I believe this is probably the biggest reason why only mostly big men come out of Jamaica, and you know gets, you know, opportunities to play in universities in the States. So yeah, that would be
Yeah.
my take.
Jordan, I heard you say that in a different interview that you thought your best quality of your game is your defense. And I can tell you, as a coach, that made my eyes light up. Tell me about the pride that you take in playing defense.
You actually said the right word, pride. You know, I believe defense is all about pride, you know, and just a mindset. You know, I mean, I could score the ball. That's what I do. You know, I could score at a high level, and many guys could score at a high level. You know, but I feel like stopping a guy from scoring a basket is one of the most disrespectful thing you could say or do to an opponent. Like, hey, you can't score. You're not going to score, and you won't score because I'm not gonna let you score, you know. So you can't score because I'm stopping you from scoring. So I look into that a lot, and I believe that like that's a huge thing, you know, just stopping a guy from scoring. Like that's a lot. Like imagine a player coming to a game and looking at you like, say I average 20 points, and I go into a game and a guy comes to me and be like, hey, you're not scoring more than 5 tonight, like because he's gonna guard me and he's gonna ensure I don't score 20. Like that's woof. That's crazy, man. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm like defense. Like I feel like if you could stop the other guy from scoring and still do what you do on the offensive end at a high level, I feel you could be a great player. You know, with the effort that you put in, you could be a high level player. You know. So defense is great, man. Like I got the best player any night.
Yeah. So what's in the drinking water at Calabar? Because I know the other gentleman we have on the screen here takes pride in his defense as well.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, Coach Dudley Barker. I don't know.
Ricky, you're a defensive guy too. You love it. You want to lock people down, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Just like he said, I mean, it's the same, same mentality. I'm going to stop you from scoring. And then at the same time, I'm going to score you. And you can't stop me at the same time. So that's it.
I believe at Calabar, like it's so competitive, like we're always competing at a high level. Like on Fridays, Saturdays, like any day of the week, like Calabar, we always competing. Guys getting upset because they're losing and stuff. Like no one wants to lose at Calabar, and they're gonna play hard. Like there's never a day guys are gonna come and laugh around and lollygag, and let you run over them. Like everyone is there to compete, So I believe that's a huge difference when it comes down to Calabar basketball. And the coaches won't allow you to not compete.
Talk to me about that, and both of you can chime in on this because this is I'm still learning. Even though I've been going down to Kingston for 20 years, and I know a little bit about what's going on locally, more than most, but just like anywhere else, whether it's in Seattle or where Ricky is in LA or Vegas or New York, you got rivalries, and those rivalries are great, and those rivalries really lift the game of basketball itself. And I know Calabar and Camperdown is a good rivalry, and talk about some of the schools that you used to enjoy playing and competing against, and the ones that kind of got the blood going a little bit.
I mean, Jordan, you can start, and then I'll talk
about
my.
Oh, I love playing.
Was there anything like that? Was it like that for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, were they're like, I can't wait to play, so and so.
I love playing against St. George's. I love playing against St. Jago and KC. I don't like KC. I love playing KC because we're not losing. Like, there's no possible way we could ever lose to KC. Like, we're not losing to KC. Never in a lifetime. Not when I'm there. We're not losing to Kingston College. So I love playing against KC. Like, KC, you're playing against KC. We don't.
Well, it's kind of like that defensive thing too, right? Because it's the most disrespect you can give to someone is to just absolutely lock them down and not allow them to get anything. But kind of on the flip side of that, when you have, whether you want to call it hatred might be strong, but when you have a rival, it's really respect for them that where that rivalry comes from, isn't it? That's why you want to beat them so bad. No one cares
Yes,
about the
sir.
teams you just beat the crap out of.
Yes, sir. That's true. That's true. That's definitely true. You know, where you
What?
got to give credit where credit is due. You know, if high level teams perform like high level teams, then you play them as if they're high level teams. You know, give them that respect. You know, if they're not so high level, then you don't earn that respect. You know.
Yeah. That's what I hope. That's what I hope to get someday. I want some dude in Puerto Rico saying, "I can't wait until we play Jamaica. I just want to kick the crap out of Jamaica," you know, because that means you're on the map. That means you have a target on your chest or a target on your forehead. Who was the schools for you, Ricky?
Well, you know what? Just to continue on what Jordan was saying about KC, I believe that that rivalry actually spills over from track and field, because you know track and field is huge in Jamaica. So we have a huge rivalry between Calabar and KC in track and field. So that kind of spilled over to basketball, I can imagine. But during my era, to be honest, I only played 2 years of high school basketball. Actually, because I
You were
started
late.
late.
You were late
Yeah,
bloomer.
I was really late. And the 2 years I was there, we pretty much dominated the whole thing. We won the championship the All Island championship both times, and we actually lost the conference championship and won the first one to a school called JC, Jamaica College. And so they were kind of a rival, even though we were way better. We had way more talent, and we were just like, we had way more grit. But they're the ones who would give us the most challenge. And then you have schools like St. Catherine High School. They were pretty good too. And San Diego. San Diego is where Adrian Forbes used to go. And
Okay.
we used to go up against his team.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty big rivalry.
You ever think about the idea, Jordan, of, I don't know, where it was when you were growing up from a basketball standpoint, but do you ever think about the idea of putting on a Jamaican uniform and playing someplace in the Olympics or in the World Cup, or was that ever something that was on your radar?
That's one of my biggest goals, sir, to win an Olympic medal. You know, like that's my. Besides making it to the NBA, I mean, winning an Olympic medal is a goal that I set. You know, like I wanna get that before I'm finished with this sport. If I don't get an Olympic medal, I feel like I haven't achieved what I set out to achieve. You know, so that and making it to the NBA, but putting on the Jamaica gear and winning an Olympic medal, it means a lot, you know, for now and the next generation to come.
What are you hearing about? Because you said you hadn't been back for a little while. I'm sure you talked to people down there, friends, family, or whatever. What are you hearing about kind of the state of youth basketball and players and the talent that's coming up? Do you feel good about the talent level and what you're hearing and seeing from guys, or do you think it's down right now and needs to be lifted up, or what do you have any opinion on that?
The talent level, I feel good about the coach, like some of the coaches who I communicate with. Like a lot of these coaches are really trying, you know, trying to get guys better, having workouts and stuff. Like Anthony White, who is on the chat right now, Coach Goofy, Kurt Stewart. You know, I heard they're having camps and stuff where guys could come and work out. You know, I believe that's huge because in Jamaica there's not enough basketball to be played. You know, and not again, I'm not speaking bad about anything or anyone, but the talent level isn't as high. You know, so a lot of basketball needs to be played, but we all know what needs to be done, but it's just for someone to do it, you know, and where the funds will come from. So I believe, we all know what needs to be done. More basketball needs to be played and stuff, but at the end of the day, players also got to hold themselves accountable, you know. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play basketball, don't play basketball. But if you want to do it, then do it to the best of your abilities, you know, because I mean, you could reap a lot of things from putting your all into the sport. Like, you can't cheat this sport. Like, what you do is what you get. You know, what you put into it is what you're gonna get out. So you can't cheat this sport. You can gain a lot from it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm the type of person that is more about doing than talking about it. But I've found that sort of in the position that I have currently, it's important to talk about it. That's why we've talked about the whole hashtag Paris 2024 thing, stating our goals, saying it out loud to people, telling, everyone we see that where we want to go. And I love hearing you say that, one of your lifetime goals is to hang an Olympic medal around your neck, because we're gonna do it, and that's one of the reasons I was hired and brought on, is to help generate some awareness and some funding from in the States. And so we're working on that. And I agree with you, Jordan. I mean, we all know what needs to happen and where it needs to go. Just someone needs to do it. And it's not going to be one person. It's going to be everybody, right? It's everyone putting a hand in and lifting it up. And I'm confident it's going to happen. Ricky, before we let this guy go, did you want to ask him anything else, or?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hit him.
I mean, I know you've been to Utah for just a few days now, almost a week maybe, or has it been a week? How long you been there?
Over a week now, almost 2 weeks.
Okay. So what was your first impression as you entered campus, as you got on campus?
I was like, I'm at Division 1 finally, and then I was like, all right, I got this, because the facilities here are crazy, Like, I walk around the campus, I was like, there's no way I'm not getting to the next level from here, because I made it this far with basically nothing, because the schools that I've been to weren't as facilitated as this one, So I look around and see all the facilities that I have and who I can work with and the type of coaches I'm going to have around me and the type of players I'm going to be around. Like, there's no excuse for me or reason why I should say, hey, I can't get to the next level. I feel like if I put my head down and do what I got to do, I believe not even the sky is the limit at this point, So I feel I just got to bet on myself. Just as I said before, just put God first, and trust my coaches and trust that, hey, they're going to lead me up the right path, and have faith in my teammates and just work hard, And be open to learning, because if you're not open to learning, then you're not going to go anywhere, because I feel like a lot of kids in Jamaica, or even in New York, where a lot of places I've been to, a lot of kids, a lot of guys feel like, hey, they know it all. A coach says something to you, like you shrug him off or whatever. You don't look him in the eye, no eye contact, all that little stuff. I believe you just got to be open to learning. Just be like a sponge, And if I could do that, just always be open to learning and have great character and stuff. As I said before, I don't even think the sky would be a limit at this point.
True that. I mean, yeah. So, like you said, man, just learn as much as you can, but at the same time, keep that confidence that you already have. Keep that confidence. Just know how to, manage the two. And like you said, man, not even the sky's the limit.
Definitely, bro.
Definitely do big things. Definitely do big things over there.
Jordan,
and,
go ahead. No, please.
Do you know the name Ricky Johns?
It doesn't ring a bell. Nah, bro.
Ricky Johns. That's a former national team player also. Played a few years pro, but he's a Utah alum. Jamaican guy.
Oh, I need to get in touch with him. I need to get a hold of him.
He was a shooting guard in Utah, and played there. Then played pro a few years, and now he's an assistant coach at Iona College in New York. So
I need to get a hold of him.
Yeah,
I got a lot of things to learn from him.
For sure.
No doubt, but appreciate that.
I can shoot you his contact info when you
we're off. Yeah. You can reach out to me for my number and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
Okay, before I let you go, just talk about that academic piece a little bit, because I think a lot of kids, like you said, I'll echo what you said, not just in Jamaica, but everywhere, lose sight of the fact that if you want to play, you got to get the books right. And
oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. So talk about that transition a little bit. For some it's difficult. Others that I've talked to on the live stream here had no problem with it. But how was it for you to make that academic transition?
I believe I'm not saying it wasn't difficult or it was easy or whatever, but I believe some of the guys, or all the guys who you brought in there have reached a certain level of success that to get to that level of success, whether it's Division One or overseas, like Ricardo, you have to love this game, you know. And if you love this game, no matter how hard the schoolwork is, you're gonna get it done because you want to play. If you don't love the game, you're not gonna care about your schoolwork. You know, like guys, I see a lot of guys love the sport, like say they love the sport and always around the sport and stuff, but don't get your schoolwork done. If you don't get your schoolwork done, then you don't love the sport, because if you don't get the schoolwork done, you can't play. So I believe if you love the sport, no matter what, when it becomes hella hot water, you're gonna get your schoolwork done. You know, no matter what has to be done, if you love the game, bro, you're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So Charmaine, is that your mom?
I believe so.
She's watching. So we can't leave out Redemption Christian Academy because we didn't touch on them, and they played a big role in your development also.
Yes, sir. You know, they played a huge role in my development. You know, to and from Jamaica, introduced me officially to American basketball, gave me a chance to play against high-level players in the NBA right now and stuff, you know, when I had no business playing against them. Just came from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, they played a huge role in molding me into who I am today.
Yeah.
So, again, hats off to Redemption Christian Academy, hats off to New York Lightning, hats off to Williston State College, hats off to everybody, you know, who has played a role.
Cool. All right. So do you guys, you went to jump ball too, Ricky, right? Did you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
1 year.
You guys remember Coach Plank from jump ball?
Yes.
He's one of our assistants. Anyway, before we let you go, we got to give him a big shout out and congratulations, because we just welcomed Ida Prela.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
Just 1 month old now, and Coach Kyle and his wife Miri welcome Ida in, and so we want to say hi to them, and I just wanted to show everyone that. And the other thing I wanted to mention about Coach Kyle, is that he is doing some at-home workout videos for people that don't have access to gyms right now because of the COVID, or don't have a gym membership or whatever. And so you go on the Jamaica Basketball Project YouTube channel and check out his videos. There's 11 of them up, and there's about 6 more coming. So so make sure you get to do that. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, sir. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, it was fun.
One thing before we go, Jordan, since we touched on the academic part a little bit, what are you planning on studying in college?
Oh, business management.
Business management. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good field. Good field to be.
There's no doubt. You can't go wrong with business, you know.
Makes the world go round, right, man?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, I can't wait. I got you on the West Coast. I'm going to come down and watch a game, or who knows what's going to happen with this whole thing this coming year. But can't wait to see you, and definitely follow the Utes along with some other schools like Manhattan, Warren Williams in Manhattan, and we'll get some other guys on here as well. But it's great to be back after a month of doing this, and I knew as soon as I saw that you signed with the Utes that we had to have you on and just personally say congratulations. So thanks again for doing it, Jordan.
Thank you for having me here, sir. It's been a pleasure.
All right, we'll talk to you again. See ya.
All right, so have a good one.
All right, Ricky.
Yes.
Thanks, man. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem. My
It's always good to see you. Good to see that you got a new contract for next year, and you're getting some workouts in, and hopefully we're back at it soon, right?
Yes, I hope so, man. I mean, with this whole situation going on, it's pretty up in the air right now. We're not really sure. But
Yeah.
as of now, in France, basketball is on. You know, the life in France is actually pretty back to normal for the most part. And I see a lot of people playing basketball and working out and doing all kinds of stuff. You know,
You got a schedule for going back yet or not?
Yes, I should be going back August 15th.
Okay, cool.
August 15th.
All right.
So see how that goes in terms of like the borders opening up. And
yeah.
As of right now, they say I have to do a test, and I have to test negative for the COVID in order to get on the flight to go back over there. So
yeah, like
we'll
your own
see.
NBA type bubble. Cool, man. Well, thanks again for doing it, and let's just stay in touch here as we go along, and we'll follow you from the other side of the world, at least, and wish
by
you the
way,
best of
I'm
luck.
actually
Yeah.
here with, you know, in LA, I'm actually here with Siobhan Thompson. He's another
Oh, cool.
Jamaican.
Oh, yeah.
guy. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard of him.
I have heard of him. We need to get him on the live stream. Oh, there he is.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're doing Siobhan. Let's do it, man. Let's get you on the live stream. Are you down for that?
I'm cool.
Good. All right. We'll do it. Let's set it up. I'll text Ricky and we'll get it set up.
Okay, yeah, definitely another success story out of Jamaica.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Years, and then just now making the transition to Europe, and doing pretty well so far. So
Good.
another
All right, man.
young talent coming up.
I know. I love it. They're out there. When I look at the kind of the list of guys that I know are playing, and as we talked about with the rule change, you have to be born in Jamaica. It's not you have Jamaican parents and you can play, right? You can have one of those guys, but you got to have a roster all full of Jamaican guys. And I think we got a competitive group of guys. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I think
we
so too.
put a good.
That definitely changed it, though. The rule of the one naturalized player, that definitely will change a lot for Jamaica.
But it changes it. It's the same for everybody, right?
Yes.
It's a little bit the rich get richer, right? In some respects, but it sort of evens it out as I think as you go down below, maybe the 15 top 15 teams in the world. I think once you kind of dip under that, I'm kind of pulling that out of a hat, but once you get down below that, I think it brings the bottom up.
Oh, okay. So
just because you can't have rental players. You can't have guys that you just, pretend that they have some kind of connection to wherever it is, So anyway, I feel good about it. I'm excited about it. Yes. So thanks, man. We'll talk to you later. All right, Ricky.
Take care.
Later. All right, you guys. Thanks for checking this out. Again, we're gonna get back on the live streams and try to get back into your computer screens, your phones, however you check this out, Facebook, YouTube. We're also on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play. So let people know about it. Spread the word. If you're watching this on a replay, really appreciate it. And just let people know about it. And the more we can spread the word about Jamaica basketball and fill people in on what we're doing, the more good things ahead for us. So until next time, thanks a lot for checking it out. See ya.